You are now with Demi.
All right, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another Master Studios Demigod Chronicles presentation. Today we got another interview. It's a big interview for me. Some people very near and dear. Some good people. It's family right here. We got Supreme Beings. You feel
Hey,
me?
what up?
Here by way of Brooklyn Canarsie.
No,
For me, tell everybody who y'all are. Let the people know your names and all that.
Sir, AJ Preem, you already know.
Flores. Rainbow Cream.
You got me, Colo. You already know it's Colo Cream in the building.
Absolutely.
We outside.
Who else we got?
Soundboard.
I'm the engineer, you know.
Most
I
important
go by the
person.
name Weeds Sparrow, aka Soundboy, you know. We here.
All right. So basically, interview. You just want to, have an organic conversation, let the people know who y'all are. You feel me? It's your introduction to, people that's in my network, and I definitely, I believe in y'all. I believe in y'all sound, y'all image, everything. So
Appreciate you.
definitely wanted to, give you guys, the platform, spotlight everything y'all doing, all the hard work y'all putting in. So, make sure don't go unnoticed.
Much appreciated.
Definitely. So a little history. I met, all these fine young gentlemen through Ram. He was my roommate in school. We played football together. Fucking
Went through hell together.
yeah,
bro.
crazy time, man. It's definitely a crazy time. So I definitely got to witness the shift from you playing football, into you recording, and like you showed me the first thing you showed me was Colo's project was Golden Ceilings. So talk a little bit about that.
Big project.
Talk a little bit about tell the people about that, what that venture was like for you.
Golden Sales was a dope project. Kind of the first project I put out to actually have people hear what I gotta say and stuff. It was a dope experience. You know what I mean? It had some songs with AJ on there. Ram had some songs written on there that he helped out with. Pharaoh helped out with some stuff. So it was a dope experience. It was really dope.
It was definitely a good project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell him all the time, like,
Top
that's
to
a
bottom.
sleeper project. Like, you feel me? Like, see how Kendrick had Section 80 and people got on later. I'm telling them that's what's gonna happen.
It's one of those. Yeah.
That's gonna be the one that you gotta
You gotta go
re-put
back
out,
and-
repackage, put out.
That's a hidden gem.
Appreciate it later type of thing.
Right.
Yeah. So how did you, so for those of you that don't know, they're all brothers. So, you
Blood.
being the oldest, how did you get into music? And then I want to know everybody's journey and how they kind of stepped into it.
Well, truthfully, man, it started with me and my sister. I was younger, just watching my sister basically, freestyle to Jay-Z songs while he's on it. But when it had like a little space on the beat where she felt like she could put her little pocket in, it's almost like she was featuring Jay-Z all the time. So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? She used to always like be on some versus Jay-Z before versus was versus, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And then seeing her do that was a dope experience. It made me just, look into the music and start like putting my thoughts and what I was feeling on a piece of paper, you know what I mean, and be able to put it on, record it, be able to put it in people's ears, actually pause. my bad. Be able to make people actually hear what we got to say, you know what I mean, or what I had to say at that time. So, shout out to my sister, Brooklyn Born.
Yeah,
She definitely influenced me a lot.
She's
Big
we're
time.
gonna talk about the project more later, but she's on the project.
Big time. Big time.
Great verses, very good verses.
Yeah, definitely.
AJ, how'd you get your feet wet with music and all
Yo, truthfully, I'm not really a musician. Now let me stop. Honestly, yeah, I always wanted to do music. You know what I mean? I've been freestyling since I was a kid. Always dropping freestyles here and there. People tell me drop a freestyle. My brother would come around with his best friend, and pull up on me, put on some beats. Yo, drop a freestyle. So for me, music was never really more like a dream or a job thing. It was just more like a hobby or a fun thing. So when I really decided to go fully in was when I really, kind of started hearing my brother embark on that, that journey. So when he started doing that, that's when it kind of it kind of gave me the idea to, give it a shot. And he pushed me, mainly him, Ram, my other brother, Weeze, few people, a lot of people really pushed me and, gave me that that inspiration I kind of need to continue, you know what I mean? The drive I need to be like, fuck, I could maybe do this, you know what I'm saying? Because, again, like I said, freestyle now is good and all, but, it takes a different kind of, gift to really make music, create, you know what I mean? And actually treat it like a job, you know what I'm saying? Like I had fun with it, but now this shit is like, yeah. So yeah, shout out to my brothers, you feel me? Definitely, yeah, they held it down, made me, find my dream job kind of thing. You feel me? My dream.
Absolutely. That's the best type of work when you don't feel like you're working.
Feel me?
Feel me?
That's how it's supposed to be.
What about you, Ram?
For me, it's like, you already know I was playing football for me, so that was my main focus. I'm thinking I might go to the league, honestly, but like I don't remember what day it was. It's like probably like 2018 around then. I had a conversation with Colo. He was in the car, we driving back home. He's like, like for me, like how football go, like how our situation was at who we was at. So he's like, this shit can go left, right, and then it don't have to be your fault. It could just be, what I'm saying, that's the way shit goes. So he's like, kind of take this music shit serious. Like you really, like you coming through every day, you freestyling, just like A was saying, you feel me, just trying to like put something together. So I just, anything they do, I just naturally end up doing anyway. So like it's not so far fetched, you feel me? But so it's just, for me, it was like, fuck it, like I'm gonna just try it out, like for me. And then like the lines that freestyle that's on the project, like the first song I ever recorded type shit.
One take that shit too.
One take Drake's not.
That's what we do though. Like
like that's how it just, for me, just came full circle. Like it's just crazy how that shit like transpired.
Definitely. How about you, Weeze? How you stepped foot into music?
Shit. For me, I grew up around music. Always been around music. As far as audio engineering, that's like pretty much what I do now. But growing up around music, I always know I wanted to do something in music. Like I'm always playing music. That's why I'm like a library. They call me a library. Anytime I hear someone, that's
guru
X Y Z whatever. It's just like, like my music now. I take part in that. But anyway, I got into audio engineering like 2014. Went to IER right down the block. They shut down now. RIP. But anyway, I was interning at a studio for like a good year and change, and I, worked my way up in there, became an engineer, and then from there, like these are my guys. Besides anything else, so it's just like same thing they say now as far as just being around music and wanting to do something in music. We knew we wanted to do something in music, so it's just like I'm here. I got the tools. I'm here to offer like whatever it is that we need. Like so, it's just like let's go. We just move forward. I believe in everything they do. So it's just like I see the talent here. It's just like we have what it takes to like make something happen. So that's what it's all about: supporting each other and making it happen.
Absolutely. That's. I feel like what. Definitely a lot of different areas when you really look at like the ecosystem of musicians and artists and everybody. Like when you really have people that are willing to work with other people and create a tribe. You feel me? And Lions Den. We definitely gonna get into that. But it's like the whole tribe behind it is just like. You have other people pulling you up. You have other people that can do things. You have, people with connections, spaces to use, all these different things. Like, that's very important. A lot of people, we like to take that no new friends mindset, but we don't realize that, like, networking is key. You feel me? It's not about, meeting somebody and then being new. You have to just realize what the quality of person is like. You feel me? And definitely, like, those connections can be worth tons.
You gotta know what's there. It has to be some organic.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, can be transactional. Like I'm doing this because you're doing this for me. Like I gotta be organic. Then we make it happen.
Especially when you believe in it. You feel me? That's a big difference. So you feel me? For the people in Jersey that don't know, I guess we'll talk about that in a little bit too. But Canarsie, you feel me, Brooklyn.
Word.
AJ, you have a little different background too as well. So I want y'all to talk about, where y'all come from, what it means to y'all, how, because everybody from the outside looking in, they have like the drill, and all they really know from Canarsie is like Pop Smoke and stuff like that. You feel me? So I definitely want y'all to, definitely talk to the people and tell them about some things that may not hit the mainstream. What it's like being over there, like. Giving people idea what it's like being from there growing up. What was it like?
That shit was gorgeous. I ain't gonna lie. For a long time, I think that people wasn't really focused on Canarsie, and they didn't really know about the flaws. And you know what I mean? It's like we was like in our own little island, almost like Far Rock. Like, shout out to my Far Rock niggas too, but almost like Far Rock, you know, we distant north from everybody else. They have a tendency to forget about us. But
Yeah.
I mean, Canarsie was loved, man. You know, just like any other hood. People gonna say it's not a hood, but everybody go through their own things. You know what I mean? And for Canarsie, it was just, you know, we learned a lot. You know, from the people around us. I think one of the most flyest places in Brooklyn for me. I don't think nobody get fresh the way we get fresh. I'm just gonna say that, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like it was a beautiful experience for me, man. Just I love my area, I love where I'm from. So I'm always gonna rep that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like so I got the damn, you know what I mean, the football.
The
You know
Reverend.
what I mean? It's an old school, but anybody my Canarsie nigga got a little stain on it, but fuck it. But any my Canarsie niggas that know it's the old school vintage Canarsie logo before they changed the name from the Chiefs and shit. Right.
Definitely.
Big
I used to play football there too. We all play football there.
For us, it's like, for me, it's like any other hood. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're a nigga that just want to, like, stay out the way and do your thing and play football, whatever the case may be, like, for me, you're going to be Gucci. You ain't got nothing really much to worry about. But if you're in that lifestyle, then you're going to come, like, you're going to get anything that comes to you. And that's just what it is, like, in any neighborhood. Like, you know what I'm saying? But for a long time, niggas thought it was sweet in Canarsie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just go over there because we got nice cribs and everything. Niggas try to rob your crib. Some niggas come from Flatbush or something like that. But for me, after a while, everybody putting in, you know, work. People not trying to hear that no more for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta step with me. Because it's like, at the end of the day, we all come from, like, Caribbean backgrounds, you know? So it's like, nobody's selfish, bro, for me. So everybody want to start putting on for where they come from, and that's what it had to be. It's like we was almost like, not even forced, but like almost like forced to really have to put in work, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So niggas don't play around no more, and that's really what it was for me.
Yeah.
You know, so it's cool for the most part, though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's dope.
Canarsie dope, man.
Definitely. All right. So with coming up in a neighborhood like that, like outside of like, because I wouldn't necessarily call y'all drill rappers. You feel me? I think y'all definitely make a dive. I wouldn't know what to classify. Y'all obviously rappers. You feel me? But I wouldn't know what to classify under because y'all can hit so many different like aspects. You feel me? So it's like, how do you feel like growing up in that type of area like influence your music? Like how did like is it a certain type of swag? Is you know like me and you always said it like you feel me? You like, oh, I'm from Los Angeles, but it's like it's really an aura. You feel me? Like it really is. So like, just talk to like how that helps you like approach a song, or you know how you feel like that type of music is.
Like, you just gotta be in you. Like, you gotta live it, understand, like, almost like like, it's just growing up. You just always want to define the things, living in the floors. Like, you just always want to be the nigga with the money, cars, and everything. Like, all that's just something that's just dead. So it's like, that being said, it's just, for me, the name is within itself, the flaws, you know what I'm saying? Not call that for no reason. Like, everybody getting money, everybody want to dress in, everybody getting business, everybody having fun for me. So that's what it's all about, like, at the end of the day, but that's what it really is.
All right, so I wanted to get into, because, you know, people, when they learn about new people, you know, everybody likes to learn about their backgrounds and all that other stuff. So just, you know, with this being your first introduction, I want y'all to go down the line and tell me, like, what is your why? Like, why do you feel like you make music? It could be anything. It could be a person. It could be an outlet, whatever the case may be. Like, what is it that you feel like draws you to music? And, like, what drives you to be better at it every time you, like, you know, you step in the studio?
You go first.
Whoever want to go first.
Nah. For me, I think it's like, I don't know. I think it's for me. I like to see. Like I always said, like, my favorite artist growing up was Bob Marley, and one of Bob Marley's biggest things was being as sonic as possible. Like being able to go across the globe and, you know, be heard in France and be heard in Germany and all those places, still be in the United States and still be back in a little small country named Jamaica. You feel what I'm saying? So. All of us are here in Jamaica. That's crazy. But it's like, you know what I mean? But for me, it's like being able to influence and impact the world, or be able to like have people understand a little bit of your world and where you're coming from, just from listening to what you gotta say. And I think like artists also still have the freedom to express their feelings. I know like, we live in a time right now where it's very sensitive for fair reasons, right?
Yeah, PC.
Yeah, word. But you know what I mean? For me, it's like you're able to speak your truth and be able to paint a little picture without giving yourself fully up, I guess.
Yeah.
In a way, so it's dope, man. I think that,
Yeah, man. I think music, man. Music is just it's just beautiful. You know what I mean? It's just a part of who we are as human beings, kind of thing. You feel me?
Mhm.
I think that's what keeps me drawn to music. I feel like even if I didn't create music, I would always love music, and I just felt like I wanted to be a part of that scene. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like it was more really a self decision. You know what I mean? To just really want to embark on that kind of journey to, be a musician and give back to the world, some great creative talents, sounds and these things that, can live on through people, help people through good times, dark times, whatever, you know what I mean? Things
Yeah.
like that, that's what music is. It's universal and, it brings people together. So I like that, you know what I mean? I love the whole idea of music and what it stands for, you feel me? So I think that's what keeps me drawn to music and makes me want to get up every day and do this shit, you know what I mean? So yeah.
My son said that shit mad eloquent. I like when you described that shit was dope, man.
Yeah,
Like,
it's real talk.
facts, yeah.
Music is a beautiful thing. So, that's how I really feel about it. You feel me? Like, I really love music because of what it really does for the world.
No, facts. It's healing. It's definitely healing.
That's important too,
It's-
because you feel like a lot of the music that pop off now, people just understand the sound and they understand the algorithm, and they'll just want to pop a song off. You ask them why they doing it, like, oh, get money. You feel me?
Yeah.
Sometimes, like you said, like you found your dream job. You feel me? It's not about the money. It's about the quality of the work you're doing and the people that you're working with.
Money
Fact,
comes
big
after,
facts.
you know what I mean? Yeah, so, money's good. That money comes after, once you really good at something naturally, people they wanna give what it costs to see what you can do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, naturally, that's what happens. And I feel like if you really put your heart in it, you know what I mean, only greatness can come from it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
big
yeah,
facts.
so man. Music is definitely the shit.
How about you,
Shout
man?
out
What's your why?
I mean, I know the main reason I'm doing this because of them, you know what I'm saying? That my winning prize for me. So like my why, it's like I just want to tell. Everybody got a story, you know what I'm saying? I know we all three of us got stories. I just want to tell our side of the story from like our point of view, our like the shit we saw, the shit we, you know what I'm saying? The reason why we didn't do certain shit, the reason why we, you know what I'm saying, stuck to the path we took. So I just want to tell that side of the story for me because everybody got a story on the floor saying, he's been through a lot, well, whatever what it is, like, you know what I'm saying? None of it gotta be poverty or whatever, but like niggas been through a lot in the small time we've been living, so it's like it's a lot to tell. So that's probably my why I let everybody hear what shit I go through or the shit I think or shit we go through, shit we think. Like from there type shit. So that's probably be the why I let it.
How about you?
Yeah, for me, it's strictly for the love of music itself. Like, like similar to what I see him saying, like what Colo's saying. It's just like we all grew up in Caribbean households, right? So it's just like growing up. I was born in Jamaica, so it's just like I wasn't exposed to hip hop until I was a certain age. Like, what I'm saying? When I was a certain age, my first album I fell in love with was Nas's first album, like Illmatic. And it's just like, Nah. From there, like, it ain't hard to tell. It's just like, boom. I need to be doing something in music. Like, so it's just like the love of music is just, it's in me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So to be able to be a part of creating music, you know what I mean? Especially with dope artists, it's just like it's nothing better, you know what I'm saying? It's just like it's a joy, like of just making music and spreading art and culture behind it. That's my why. It's like it's something that can't be taken away, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Can't take that away.
And the dope thing is like what all y'all answers put together, like especially what Ram said, like when you create music, you're creating things that's like you putting passion and love in, and like you have a reasoning for doing it, like that. You talked about Bob Marley, like his music is gonna be here forever. You feel me? It doesn't matter when he passed. It doesn't matter. It's timeless, bro. So it's like the stuff that you're doing now, like you leaving like a digital footprint. So like somebody in fucking 2035 could be like, damn, I wonder what it was like to, be from Canarsie in 2018, 2019. They can go back and they can listen to a project. You feel me?
Right.
They can come back.
The
They can,
timeline of it.
yeah, you
That's
feel me?
facts, yeah.
So it's like everything we do in life, bro. Like it's kind of like our memoirs. Like we writing it as we going. You feel me? And like as we're going, like you gotta leave like extraordinary shit behind. You feel me? Whether it be a conversation you have with somebody, whether it be a freaking song, a podcast, whatever the case may be. You feel me? I just feel like you should definitely go hard in whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, and like those footsteps are always gonna be there. You feel me? So people are gonna look back and see that and see the work that you put in and see that it didn't come easy and that it really comes from something. Because I feel like that quality sound music that you guys are making, like fucking the beginning of Drake shit. He said all that other bullshit's here today and gone tomorrow. You feel me? Like, and that shit is really true because there may be an artist that was popping around the time Biggie was popping or Big L was popping, or all these people was popping. It's like their music fell off. They shit is still in the mixtape in somebody's basement.
Yeah.
Their record's not getting spun no more because they might have just seen, oh shit, I can do this flow like this person. I can do a flow like that person, rather than really creating a sound. And like, I think that's more important than anything because y'all sound is completely different than like, and y'all a group, you feel me? So like groups aren't really a thing no more. Like a lot of people will try to come up as a group and they end up splitting. You've seen, a couple of groups come out of ASAP, Pro Era, out of New York, ASAP and Pro Era and stuff like that. So I really don't feel like that would happen with y'all because y'all all have a different niche, you feel me?
Yeah,
and like y'all can, you said it like months ago, but you was like, I hope they don't try to East Coast Migos us, you feel me?
Right.
And it's funny because it's like they can't really do that other than the fact that niggas got dreads.
Nah, facts.
There's three of y'all, you feel me?
And
But,
shout out to them, yo, because like Migos is a revolutionary.
yeah.
You know what I mean? They're like one of the biggest groups to ever do it. So even if they were trying to compare, like yo, shout out to them.
That's a good comparison.
That's a dope ass comparison. Shout out to every single one of them guys.
It's like you playing ball, you being compared to Jordan. It can't be a bad thing.
Can't be mad at that. So,
You feel me?
And at the end of the day, it's like, ain't nothing we really could do. Like, it's three brothers. Like, it's really four. We really got four brothers, but the youngest one don't rap. So it's like, it's three of us, you get me? So it's like, ain't nothing we could really do. But to be honest, like, them niggas gave us, like, kind of give us, like, the drive to know it can't be done like that. Like, to stick together and for me, go be where y'all at. How long they've been at it, like, you feel what I'm saying? Especially like it could be done.
And their career is really important. One, because of the drive of being together and pushing together, and the fact that, bro, they was screaming from the beginning, independent. And then you feel me, you got artists like them, Nip, you feel me, coming up and people telling you like, yo, it's important to own your own shit. You feel me? And not only do y'all own y'all music, but y'all own y'all own style. So y'all don't have to worry about somebody going, oh, they sound like this or they sound like that. You feel me?
Or they sound like me, or that's a 9/3.
Yeah,
Right,
right.
shit
All
like
that, all that
that.
other shit, like
All
nobody
that trash ass shit.
For real, bro.
Niggas sound like me. Just the
A lot of hating niggas outside.
a lot of hating ass motherfuckers.
Okay. So supreme beings,
Shout
right?
out to my haters though.
We need y'all, man.
That's
Straight up.
that's drive. You feel me? That mean you doing something right.
Fact. Shout out to all the haters. Even if you from high school to junior high to elementary, shout out to y'all niggas
No
too.
niggas
Haters
out there.
Still hating to this day.
They just do it on the low, you feel what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? If you're on that diva shit, but we one out the diva thing, so.
He's doing it on the internet.
What's
Start
up?
saying your name and shit like that. That type of shit.
Love is love.
You ain't gonna say no names. But
You
you
just got,
know
you know, son of
Yeah,
Jack.
you know who you know who
Just
you
little
are.
son of Jack, you know what I mean?
Shit.
Nah, but facts, man. Like you're right. Feel straight, like.
So supreme beings, right? So explain the whole idea behind y'all and then the project Lions that was just dropped recently. I was at the listening party. I got a bunch of B-roll and a bunch of stuff from the energy was crazy.
It was crazy, man.
They gave out a they gave out a card, right? And they wanted us to score the songs. But I had already heard the songs, you feel me? I was there for some of the recordings of the songs. And I you feel me? Before they even played the first song, I just scored the shit because I already know like, that shit top to bottom. So just talk about the process of making the project, what it was like. I definitely know it's pushed back due to COVID and all that shit. Like a lot of the stuff is actually older stuff. You feel me?
Yeah.
So
Shit.
yeah, you feel me? Definitely older stuff.
Really
So,
got though.
yeah.
All this time.
So just explain the process how y'all came up with everything.
I'm gonna let them go first because I already know I understood the process of Golden Sales. I kind of want to hear what they gotta say as far as like what was the process like with this whole
Like the
you know,
process, man, it wasn't even really like planned. You know what I'm saying? It was really just like we just was creating music. That's all it really was. And I guess Kyrie, Colo.
You gotta break that.
No government name.
Colo. I apologize. Nah, Colo really is the one who really came up with the whole idea of just making a tape. And after a while, we working so hard, we came up with enough, I want to say like enough solid material, you feel me, to do something, So you don't want to just sit on it, and we didn't want to just continuously dropping singles. So we just put something together, something small. It wasn't even really like it was just something to let the world know we here. You know what I mean? Yeah, let the world know
nice.
This is
like
what
that.
we do.
My brothers is nice.
You know what I mean?
So I need to let people know that my brothers was nice. So I decided to say Lions Den. We all Lions, and guess what? Go look up what Lions Den is. You know what I mean? Then you understand why the energy is like that on the music. But my brothers is nice. You know what I mean? We some clean beings. We're very spiritual people. You know what I mean? So everything we do is gonna be spiritual. When we do it, like
it's gonna be big.
It's gonna be big. You know what I mean?
So it's gonna be colossal.
We're gonna start with us first. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like that shit wasn't even really like it was just not. It wasn't even planned. It was just
like putting music together.
Put it together.
That was just an energy. You know what I mean? Like I don't think you can ever relive those type of energies. Those energies you just do. You writing it up. Do what you gotta do. Like we choose this song. I like this song. Let's put it together. Boom. Lions Den 2 gonna be even crazier, you feel what I'm saying? So it's like,
it only gets better from there.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them shits, it's like, a lot of them songs from the project like 2-3 years old, and it's like, one thing with me, since everybody already heard them too, so it's like, with me, I'm new on the scene, nobody know me for rapping, so it's like, I wanted to make sure like, they hear me from when I started.
Yeah.
Like I said, like, fucking Lions Den freestyle was the first shit I ever recorded. Then Run Up was like the second song I ever recorded. Like most of these songs, like the first couple songs I ever recorded. So it's like, it's just like I want to hear where I was at now. For me back then, hear that now, and then for me when I drop the new shit, you see where we at now, and it's like you could do the see how far niggas grew and shit like that. So that's why I think it was cool for me to see for me, it's gonna be cool for people to see the growth within it. It's like, cause it's like I feel like I'm light years ahead.
Yeah, y'all some
that project. Yeah.
For those of y'all that watch Dragon Ball Z, they on some Frieza shit. Y'all impressed with what y'all heard, but that's not even their final form. They on a whole different level right now. Definitely. All right, so definitely I want y'all to talk about being a creative, being an artist, recording artist. What are some of the biggest struggles that you guys find that you have to face? Sometimes, you might hit a roadblock, whether it be being creative. Sometimes like me, I paint, I do the clothing shit. Sometimes I just be like, I gotta walk away from that shit for a little bit. J. Cole, he just did an interview where he said before he recorded, what he just dropped? Off season? Yeah, off season. He said that he had to stop recording for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And then he recorded basically that whole shit in 2 days. So sometimes you feel me, sometimes you run into some roadblocks or whatever. So to share with the people some of the things that you guys feel like you struggle with when it comes to being creative.
Here's what you do, right? You get a big sheet, get some frontal. Get some
That's on the toe first.
You know what I mean? You start bitch in. You know what I mean? The drum and all that. Nah, I think I could talk on this real quick because I think like for me that's like what they call like writer's block, and I feel like whenever you're having like that writer's block situation, whatever I've done is you really gotta take a little break. Like you know what I mean? Even if it's like 2-3 days, or whatever your process is your process. You know what I mean? Don't force it. Don't listen to anybody. Do it how you want to do it. You know what I mean? When you're ready, you're gonna know. When you hear the right beat, you're gonna know. When you hear the right songs, you're gonna know. You know what I mean? Like it's all a feeling.
Yeah, a lot of that should be energy, honestly. Yeah. It's like just how you feeling in the moment. May give you like writer's block or whatever, but like after a couple of days or something. Definitely when you having writer's block, you should definitely probably walk away from it and just come back. Like probably go smoke, whatever you do to like zen out. And you go do that and then try to approach it again. Like if you can't, don't force it. Like come back to it the next day. You feeling it then, like it's not that day, but try the next day, just keep trying and it's gonna hit. You're gonna come back at some point. So just
definitely going that Zah though.
That's facts. It's a plus. You feel me?
Zah might just
and none of that
give
trash
extra.
real Zah.
No blocky.
No blocky.
How about behind the scenes?
I mean, shit, behind the scenes, nothing too crazy because the thing is like, we work as a team, as a unit. So it's just like if I run into something, I'm like, I might do a quick mix or boom, what y'all think about that? Like how it sound, like all right. And what I mean, our minds come together as far as all right, like where do we want to push the sound, how we want it to sound. So it's just like at times if I do run into like a roadblock, like it's just like all right, boom, like let's work together and try to figure out where we want to take it, and just progress from there. So, but yeah,
No
But
such
I do
thing as
make
roadblocks.
I am that stickler sometimes. I be making record stuff like, you know what I mean? Like,
Do it again.
Times, like, I do it. I'm a perfectionist.
Wait, what's
Punch
so
that shit
we-
again.
Yeah, one more time, man. For the time.
Hold on. Yeah, I gotta.
No water, no nothing. Like, damn, thirsty in this motherfucker.
Boom.
And tell the people about the project, when to drop, and where to find that shit.
Lions in on all streaming platforms, you know what I mean?
Everywhere.
Everywhere, SoundCloud, YouTube, everywhere. You know what I mean? New video dropping soon. I mean, matter of fact, it's actually coming. Should be coming soon. But stay tuned. Depending on when this drop.
A lot of shit coming soon.
But it's
man.
coming soon.
This interview
We got more
coming
videos,
soon.
a lot of stuff in the mix. So
Music coming soon. It's
new
like
music
a
coming soon again. Love is love.
Yes,
You
sir.
already know, yes, sir.
We out of
Oh,
here.
shit.
already know, gang.
Bow.
Word.
Gone.